Good evening and welcome to Boswell Auditorium for Ozark Conference action between the Hillcrest Hornets and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Lebanon 9-10 on the year, 2-3 in conference play, while Hillcrest comes into the game 6-13, 1-3 in conference play. Starting lineup for Lebanon: 6'1" junior number 12, Ethan Crystal; 6'3" senior number 23, Brady Hayes; 6'2" junior number 24, Quentin Shelton; number 25, a 6'6" senior, Dawson Zimdars, and a 6'2" junior, number 32, Jordan Lewis. It'll be Haggard, Menifee, Weaver, Jarman, and Shafitzel, the starters for Hillcrest, and this Ozark Conference action is underway. Ball comes down to Weaver. Over to Jarman, to Menifee. Lebanon in a 3-2 zone. Shot is blocked, but to be a foul on the play. And Jarman to go to the line to shoot two. Ethan Crystal picks up his first, team foul number 1. Jarman the line to shoot two, misses the first one. Second one for the 6'3" senior. It is good. Crystal brings the ball down court for the Yellow Jackets. Over to Hayes. Hillcrest in a man-to-man. To Shelton. Down underneath to Zimdars. Turns. Spins. Shot up and good. And he'll go to the line for the and one. Foul's going to go on Brock Shafitzel, his first. Team foul number 1. This is the free throw, but Lebanon has the lead. Haggard with the basketball at the point. Then he walked with it. Turnover number 1 for Hillcrest. Crystal calls out a play. Over to Shelton. Down in the corner to Crystal. Brings it back out to Shelton. Underneath to Jordan Lewis. Kicks it back out to Shelton. Underneath to Zimdars again. Back on top. Over to Crystal to Hayes to Shelton. The blocks Lewis. Kicks it back out to Hayes. To Crystal. Shot up, no good. Tipped over to Jordan Lewis. Shelton drives. Shot up and no good. Hoping for a foul. Didn't get bailed out. Jarman with the basketball, knocked away by Zimdars. Turnover number 2 for Hillcrest. Bounce pass to Shelton. Lays it up and in for 2. Haggard with the basketball for the Hornets. Down in the corner to Menifee. Cross-court pass to Haggard. It's a bad pass. Turnover number 3 for the Hornets. And we haven't even played 2 minutes in the first quarter. Crystal with the basketball. Hayes down in the, Shelton down in the corner. Gets it back out to Crystal, to Hayes. Underneath the Zimdars. Shafitzel guarding him. Spin move again. Shot up, no good. Comes down to Shafitzel, gets it off to Weaver. Runs the floor, knocked away by Hayes off of Weaver. And it's the 4th turnover. Crystal with the basketball to Hayes. Over to Shelton. Back out to Zimdars. Down in the corner to Hayes. Underneath to Jordan Lewis. Kicks it out to Zimdars. Crystal to Zimdars. To Shelton. To Hayes. Gets it underneath to Zimdars again. A little hook. Shot is good. That's 4 of the 6 points of 11 scored in the first quarter. And they're going to get Shelton for the foul. His first. Team foul number 2. They get it into Weaver. Back to Haggard. To Weaver on top. Down to Jarman. Brings it back out. To Menifee. Haggard in the corner for a 3, and he hits it. His first points of the ballgame. Cuts the lead down to 2. Underneath the Zimdars. Back out to Crystal. Underneath to Jordan Lewis. Spin move, shot up and good. His first 2 points of the ball game. Haggard heads down court for the Hornets. Try to get it underneath and a bad pass. Turnover number 5. Shelton on the drive keeps the dribble. And Jarman will pick up the foul. His first. Team foul number 2. And Shelton will trigger it in underneath the Yellow Jacket bucket. Gets it to Crystal. Lewis underneath. Back to Crystal. He'll try a 3-pointer. It's no good. And then if he comes away with it, down to Weaver. Shea Fitzel back to Weaver. He'll try a 3-point shot. No good. Hayes with the defensive rebound. Over to Crystal. Down the corner to Dawson Zimdars. Underneath to Lewis on the blocks. Double team back to Zimdars. Looks to drive. Blocked. Got his ball back and up and shot. And is fouled. Looks like that's going to be on Jarman. If it is, it'll be his second. Zimdars in line to shoot 2. It's the first one. Malik Heron checking in for Hillcrest. Jarman sits down with those 2 fouls. The 5'11" sophomore checking in. The second one by Zimdars. Rattles around and falls in. He has 6 points in the quarter. He's outscored Hillcrest by himself. Haggard with the basketball. 3-point shot by Heron's no good. Hayes comes away with it. Over to Crystal. Zimdars looks to drive, kicks it back out. Over to Hayes to Shelton. Back on top to Zimdars. Hayes with a 3-point shot, and he hits it. His first points of the ball game. It's a 9-point lead. Underneath the Weaver, he brings it back out. To Heron, to Haggard. Over to Weaver. To Menifee underneath. Shea Fitzel back to Weaver. Knocked away. Shea Fitzel comes away with it. Shot up, no good. Scramble for it, and Hayes comes away with it out to Shelton. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line, and he hits it. And that causes Hillcrest to call a 30-second timeout with 2:20 to play here in the first quarter, and they trail by 11.
Look no further. Lindsay Auto Group is Mid-Missouri's premier source for new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. With over 700 vehicles in stock, we've got the right one for you. Since 1970, our success has come from building long-lasting relationships with completely satisfied customers. We make your car buying experience hassle-free, simple, and enjoyable. Lindsay Auto Group in Lebanon and St. Robert. Car buying the way it should be.
2:20 here to play in the first half, or first quarter, excuse me. Haggard with the basketball. Hillcrest down by 11 here in the first quarter. Shea Fitzel with the basketball to Weaver. To Haggard. Back on top to Weaver. Over to Cochran, who checked into the ball game during the timeout. Menifee. Off of off of Hillcrest, it'll be 11 in basketball. Their sixth turnover in the contest. Crystal with the basketball. Over to Shelton. Back to Crystal, to Hayes. Try to get it to Lewis, knocked away. First turnover by Lebanon in the ball game. Weaver with the shot, it's up and good. Underneath the Zimdars. Back on top to Shelton, to Crystal. Over to Hayes. Back to Crystal. Hillcrest in a 1-2-2 zone. Bounce pass to Crystal, over to Hayes. Underneath to Jordan Lewis. Off of him, and it'll be another turnover for Lebanon, their second. Bryson Crow, the 5'5 junior, checks in for Brady Hayes. Cochran with the basketball, over to Weaver. Underneath the Shea Fitzel, turns, kicks it back out to Haggard. Thought about the three, drives, kicks it out to Cochran. He'll try the three-point shot, and he hits it. His first three of the ball game, second one by Hillcrest in the quarter. We go under 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. On top to Crystal. Over to Shelton. To Crystal. Lebanon content to take the last shot of the quarter. Hillcrest staying in the 1-2-2 zone. We go under 15 seconds to play. Coach Brown calls a play. Under 10. Shelton with the basketball to Crow. Back to Shelton. He'll try a long three-pointer, and he hits it. That'll be it for the first quarter of action. We played one here at Boswell Auditorium. Lebanon leading Hillcrest 18-9.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
It's always easy at Easy Pawn. It's easy to shop. Their spacious store and conveniently displayed merchandise make it easy to find what you need. It's easy to save. New and used items throughout the store make bargain hunting a breeze. It's easy to sell. Bring your valuable items to Easy Pawn and convert them into cash. And of course, it's easy to pawn. Your items will be safely stored until you pick them up. Family owned since 1998, Easy Pawn is easy to find at 490 South Jefferson in Lebanon.
18-9, we get ready to play here in the second quarter. It's Crow, Crystal, Shelton, Zimdars, and Lewis on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Haggard, Cochran, Menifee, Shea Fitzel, Weaver on the floor for the Hornets. Crow with the basketball. Gets it over to Crystal. Over to Crow. Zimdars, double team. Spin move and scores through the double team, and he's got 8 points in the contest. Cochran with the basketball for the Hornets. Over to Weaver. Down in the corner to Haggard. Brings it back out on top. Over to Weaver. To Cochran. Zimdars guards in. Now to Haggard. Over to Weaver. Looks to drive the baseline. Does. Shot up and no good. Shelton comes away with the defensive board. Quickly down court to Crystal. Shot up and no good, but he's fouled and go to the line to shoot two. Brandon Weaver will pick up his first, team foul number 4. As Crystal will go to the line to shoot two. First one is good. And second free throw attempt for the 6'1" junior. And it's good. He has 2 points in the ballgame. And a 13-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Weaver with the basketball. Over to Haggard. He'll try a three-point shot, and it falls in. His second three-pointer of the ballgame. Shelton with the basketball. Over to Crystal. Back to Kroll. Over to Shelton. Underneath to Lewis. Double teamed. Gets it back out to Kroll. To Crystal. Back to Shelton. Pull-up jumper is good. Give him 9 in the contest. Haggard with the basketball. Underneath to Shea-Fitzel. Kicks it back out to Weaver. He'll try a three-pointer. It's no good. Cochran was able to chase it down. Over to Haggard. Weaver with the jump shot. Count it. His fourth point of the ball game. And it's a 10-point lead for Lebanon. Shelton with the basketball. To Crystal in the corner underneath the Zimdars. Cross to Shelton. Drive, shot up, no good. Tipped out. Hillcrest comes away with it. Quickly down court to Haggard. Shot up and no good, and Shelton picked up the foul. That'll be his second. Team foul number 3. And Haggard will go to the line to shoot two. I'd like to take a moment to welcome our newest major sponsor to Fidelity Local 6, Lindsay Automotive Group. Welcome to the Fidelity Local 6 family, and they are a major sponsor for Lebanon sports for this year and next. So if you're looking for a new or used car, place to go is Lindsay Automotive. And when you go, tell them you thank them for sponsoring Fidelity Local 6 sports on Lebanon. That's Haggard. It's the second one in free throws. He has 7 points in the ball game. Pro with the basketball over to Crystal. To Shelton. Zimdars. Over to Crystal. The Crow. Crystal back to Crow. Back to Crystal. Hillcrest now more in a 3-2 zone. Over to Crow. Crystal to Shelton. Underneath the Zimdars. Down the baseline. Kicks it back out to Kroll for a three-point shot. No good. Zimdars gets the rebound and puts it back in for two. That's 10 points in the ball game. Haggard trying to drive. Lost control. Was able to get to Cochran. Almost another turnover. Now Haggard with a three-point shot. He hits it. His second of the quarter. His third of the ball game. It's down to an 8-point lead. Roll with the basketball to Crystal. To Shelton. To Lewis. Back to Crystal. To Crow. Crystal. Shelton in the corner. A three-point shot is way off. Down to Haggard. Drives. Shot up. Rolls around and falls in. He has 12 points in the ball game. 12 of the 20 points Hillcrest has scored in the contest. Shelton with the basketball. Over to Kroll, down in the corner to Zimdars. Back on top to Crystal, over to Shelton. Kroll, Crystal. Lebanon being patient on this zone. Kroll. Gets it to Jordan Lewis. Kicks it back out to Shelton. Drives, kicks it out to Kroll, over to Crystal, to Jordan Lewis again. Shot up is blocked by Menifee. Haggard comes away with it. Trying to cut in a 6-point lead. He drives, and I believe that's going to be on Shelton. It is, and it's his third. Haggard goes to line for 2. He has been the Hillcrest offense here in the second quarter. First free throw attempt is good. Brady Hayes will check in for Shelton. Haggard has 10 points in this quarter. Misses the free throw. It's a 5-point lead with 2:50 to play here in the first half. And what has been a quick first half at Boswell Auditorium. Zimdars with the basketball. Back to Crystal. To Kroll. Crystal. To Hayes. Over to Kroll. Crow. Working around to Hayes. Zimdars at the elbow. Crystal will try a 3-point shot. It's no good. Scramble for it. Jordan Lewis comes away with it. Blocked by Menifee. To Haggard. Shot up. No good. Scramble for it. Zimdars comes away with it. Head down court to Crystal. Kroll to Crystal. To Kroll. Back to Crystal. To Hayes. To Crystal. Back on top. Over to Brady Hayes. Hayes to Crystal. To Kroll. Kroll again. Back to Crystal to Brady Hayes. To Kroll. To Hayes. Zimdars. Kroll back to Zimdars. Drives. Pull-up jumper. No good. Haggard comes away with the rebound. Gets it underneath the Menifee. Shot up and no good. Jordan Lewis with the rebound. To Crystal. Pulls it out. We go under a minute to play in the first half. It's like Lebanon is content to hold on the ball for the final shot. And Hillcrest looks like they're going to let them. .40 seconds to play. Down to 30 seconds. Crystal stands out at half court, dribbling the basketball. Coach Brown calls out a play. Under 10 seconds to play. Kroll, back to Crystal. Three-pointer is no good. Jordan Lewis with the putback at the buzzer. And we go to halftime at Boswell Auditorium with the Lebanon Yellow Jackets leading the Hillcrest Hornets 28-21. We come back. We'll have some stats from the first half. You're watching Lebanon basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
Why choose local? Because local companies stay rooted in their communities. They support other local businesses and provide jobs for your friends and neighbors. At Fidelity Communications, we take great pride in being a local company that's dedicated to the communities we serve. Jobs and opportunities for the people you love. That's why you choose local. Fidelity Communications. We're here, we're local. Be connected with Fidelity, your local internet, TV, and home phone provider.
When you're ready to protect yourself and your family from the unfriendly world, come on down to Friendly Firearms in Lebanon. We offer a large selection of concealed carry weapons, and we offer 60 and 90-day layaway terms for your convenience. Count on Friendly Firearms in Lebanon, and remember, we're always friendly at Friendly Firearms.
Look no further. Lindsay Auto Group is Mid-Missouri's premier source for new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. With over 700 vehicles in stock, we've got the right one for you. Since 1970, our success has come from building long-lasting relationships with completely satisfied customers. We make your car buying experience hassle-free, simple, and enjoyable. Lindsay Auto Group in Lebanon and St. Robert. Car buying the way it should be.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
It's always easy at Easy Pawn. It's easy to shop. Their spacious store and conveniently displayed merchandise make it easy to find what you need. It's easy to save. New and used items throughout the store make bargain hunting a breeze. It's easy to sell. Bring your valuable items to Easy Pawn and convert them into cash. And of course, it's easy to pawn. Your items will be safely stored until you pick them up. Family owned since 1998, Easy Pawn is easy to find at 490 South Jefferson in Lebanon.
Why choose local? Because local companies stay rooted in their communities. They support other local businesses and provide jobs for your friends and neighbors. At Fidelity Communications, we take great pride in being a local company that's dedicated to the communities we serve. Jobs and opportunities for the people you love. That's why you choose local. Fidelity Communications. We're here, we're local. Be connected with Fidelity, your local internet, TV, and home phone provider.
When you're ready to protect yourself and your family from the unfriendly world, come on down to Friendly Firearms in Lebanon. We offer a large selection of concealed carry weapons, and we offer 60 and 90-day layaway terms for your convenience. Count on Friendly Firearms in Lebanon, and remember, we're always friendly at Friendly Firearms.
Look no further. Lindsay Auto Group is Mid-Missouri's premier source for new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. With over 700 vehicles in stock, we've got the right one for you. Since 1970, our success has come from building long-lasting relationships with completely satisfied customers. We make your car buying experience hassle-free, simple, and enjoyable. Lindsay Auto Group in Lebanon and St. Robert. Car buying the way it should be.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
It's always easy at Easy Pawn. It's easy to shop. Their spacious store and conveniently displayed merchandise make it easy to find what you need. It's easy to save. New and used items throughout the store make bargain hunting a breeze. It's easy to sell. Bring your valuable items to Easy Pawn and convert them into cash. And of course, it's easy to pawn. Your items will be safely stored until you pick them up. Family owned since 1998, Easy Pawn is easy to find at 490 South Jefferson in Lebanon.
Why choose local? Because local companies stay rooted in their communities. They support other local businesses and provide jobs for your friends and neighbors. At Fidelity Communications, we take great pride in being a local company that's dedicated to the communities we serve. Jobs and opportunities for the people you love. That's why you choose local. Fidelity Communications. We're here, we're local. Be connected with Fidelity, your local internet, TV, and home phone provider.
When you're ready to protect yourself and your family from the unfriendly world, come on down to Friendly Firearms in Lebanon. We offer a large selection of concealed carry weapons, and we offer 60 and 90-day layaway terms for your convenience. Count on Friendly Firearms in Lebanon, and remember, we're always friendly at Friendly Firearms.
Look no further. Lindsay Auto Group is Mid-Missouri's premier source for new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. With over 700 vehicles in stock, we've got the right one for you. Since 1970, our success has come from building long-lasting relationships with completely satisfied customers. We make your car buying experience hassle-free, simple, and enjoyable. Lindsay Auto Group in Lebanon and St. Robert. Car buying the way it should be.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
It's always easy at Easy Pawn. It's easy to shop. Their spacious store and conveniently displayed merchandise make it easy to find what you need. It's easy to save. New and used items throughout the store make bargain hunting a breeze. It's easy to sell. Bring your valuable items to Easy Pawn and convert them into cash. And of course, it's easy to pawn. Your items will be safely stored until you pick them up. Family owned since 1998, Easy Pawn is easy to find at 490 South Jefferson in Lebanon.
Welcome back to Boswell Auditorium as we are at the half. It's 28-21. Lebanon over the Hillcrest Hornets. Halftime entertainment continuing. Take a look at some of the halftime stats. First for the Hillcrest Hornets, their leading scorer in the ball game. It's Krishan Haggart with 13 points, 10 of them coming in the second quarter. Brandon Weaver has 4 points. Samson Cochran has 3. And Latterman Jarman has 1. Hillcrest had 6 turnovers in the first half. They were 3 for 6 at the free throw line. They had 4 3-pointers. 3 of them by Krishan Haggart. 1 by Samson Cochran. Take a look at stats for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Their leading scorer in the ball game was Dawson Zimdars with 10. Quentin Shelton has 9. Jordan Lewis has 4. Brady Hayes has 3. And Ethan Crystal has 2. Lebanon had only 2 turnovers in the first half. They were 2 for 3 at the free throw line. 4 for 5 at the free throw line. Had 2 3-pointers, 1 by Brady Hayes, 1 by Quentin Shelton. Only person in foul trouble by Lebanon is Quentin Shelton with those 3 fouls in the first half. Lebanon outscored Hillcrest 18-9 in the first quarter. We're outscored by Hillcrest 12-10, and we are at the half. 28-21. Lebanon will be in action again on Tuesday, February 12th when they go to Springfield to take on the winless Springfield Central Bulldogs. We'll see them in action again a week from tonight, February 15th, when they take on a very good Parkview Vikings team. The district play right around the corner as we wind up the regular season. Lebanon won the freshman game 41-29 and the JV game 45-38. So they're trying to get the sweep here and snap a 3-game losing streak. In the last game they lost to West Plains 64-52. Well, Hillcrest is on a 2-game losing streak. In their last outing, they lost to Parkview 56-25. Gives you an idea how good that Parkview team could be when they come into town on February 15th. We're just about set for the second half action. We'll see if Lebanon has anything up their sleeve to stop Haggard. Has 13 points, 10 of them in the second quarter of action. Can Lebanon get the ball back underneath the Zimdars and Lewis like they did earlier in the ball game. Get some easy buckets and get some fouls and get to the free throw line. At one time, Lebanon had as much as a 13-point lead. It's now down to 7. Crystal, Hayes, Lewis, Zimdars. And Shelton on the floor for Lebanon, the starters. Hillcrest will get the ball first to start the third quarter of action. Haggard, Weaver, Shea Fitzel, Jarman, and Menifee, the starters for Hillcrest, on the floor to start the second half of action. Haggard with the basketball. To Weaver underneath the Menifee. Turnaround jumper is good. His first points of the ball game. It's down to a 5-point lead. Crystal over to Hayes. To Zimdars. To Hayes. To Crystal. To Shelton. Zimdars cross court to Crystal over to Hayes. Zimdars back to Hayes. To Crystal. To Shelton. To Zimdars. Hillcrest stays in what looks like a 3-2 zone, sometime morphing into a 1-2 zone. Back to Shelton. To Hayes. To Crystal. Lewis comes out and bails out Crystal. And Hayes, Zimdars down in the corner. Back out to Hayes, to Crystal on top. To Shelton. To Zimdars. As Lebanon's taking off over a minute on the clock in the third quarter. Underneath to Lewis at the elbow, back to Hayes, to Crystal. To Hayes. Zimdars underneath at the blocks. Drives on Shea Fitzel, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and scores the bucket. I believe that's going to go on Shea Fitzel. On Brandon Menifee, his first. Team foul number 1. Now they're changing it to 44. That's his first. Excuse me, his second. Zimdars for the and 1. Doesn't get it. Jarman couldn't save it, hit the back of the backboard. It'll be Lebanon basketball. Shelton calls out a play. Crystal with a shot and he hits it. He has 4 points in the ballgame. Back to a 9-point lead. 4 points for Lebanon, that time down court. Haggard with the basketball. Over to Weaver. Back to Haggard. To Jarman. Back on top to Haggard. They reset the offense. To Weaver. Shea Fitzel underneath. Try to get to Jarman. And a bad pass is turnover number 7 for Lebanon. Crystal down court to Hayes. Back to Crystal. Over to Shelton. To Zimdars down in the corner. Back on top to Crystal. Now to Zimdars. Back to Hayes. Lewis at the free throw line to Crystal to Shelton. Underneath to Zimdars. Shot up and good. He has 14 points in the ball game. It's now 11-point lead. Lebanon's outscored Hillcrest 6-2 in the early going of the third quarter. Haggard with the basketball. Over to Menifee, underneath to Jarman. Bounce pass to Weaver, lays it up and in for the bucket. His 6th point of the ball game. A 30-second timeout by Hillcrest with 4:42 to play in the third quarter. Lebanon leading 34-25.
Why choose local? Because local companies stay rooted in their communities. They support other local businesses and provide jobs for your friends and neighbors. At Fidelity Communications, we take great pride in being a local company that's dedicated to the communities we serve. Jobs and opportunities for the people you love. That's why you choose local. Fidelity Communications. We're here, we're local. Be connected with Fidelity, your local internet, TV, and home phone provider.
Let's see if Hillcrest comes out in full court pressure. I think they wanted to last time they scored a bucket and they didn't get it done. So the timeout to set up the full court pressure. Shelton with the basketball. Zimdars. Over to Hayes. To Lewis. Have a foul on Hillcrest, I believe. And it is on Weaver, his second. Team foul number 2. Hayes triggers it in to Crystal. Shelton down in the corner to Zimdars. Back out to Shelton, over to Crystal. To Hayes. They work it around to Shelton. Back on top, over to Hayes. Down the corner to Zimdars. Bounce pass to Lewis, over to Hayes for the Crystal for the three-pointer, and he hits it. His first three-pointer of the ball game. He has 7 points. And now it's a 12-point lead. Haggard with the basketball. Lebanon in a 2-3 zone. Jarman, nice ball fake, gets it back out to Haggard. He'll try a three-pointer, no good. Crystal comes away with it, heads down court. Over to Hayes. Back on top to Crystal. To Shelton. Zimdars almost walked. Crystal with the three, no good. Menifee comes away with it to Shea Fitzel. Back to Menifee. Looks to drive, shot up, and it falls. His 4th point all in this quarter. And it's a 10-point lead. Token pressure by Hillcrest. Gets it to Shelton. Pull-up jumper, no good. Hayes comes away with it, gets it to Crystal. Over to Shelton. Down underneath the Zimdars. Moves, blocked by Menifee. Lewis got it, puts it in. His 6th point of the ball game. Haggard with the basketball for the Hornets. Jarman, shot up, no good. Zimdars with the defensive rebound. Crystal. Zimdars to Shelton. The Zimdars. Crystal to Hayes. Underneath the Zimdars again. Shot up, no good. Hillcrest comes away with it. Weaver heads down court. Menifee with the drive. And offensive foul. His second of the ball game. Team foul number 3 for Hillcrest. Heron will check in for Hillcrest along with Cochran.
That's his first personal. 13 foul. Samson Cochran and Malik Heron checking in for the Hornets.
Shelton triggers it in. Give token pressure by the Hornets. Easily beaten by Lebanon. Shelton with the shot, no good. Heron comes away with it quickly down court to Haggard. Up and in, his 15th point of the ballgame. Crystal will call it cross half court, double team there, and there'll be a foul. 32. Malik Heron picks up his first. Team foul number 4. 1:34 to play in the third quarter. Crystal with the basketball. Shelton double team gets it to Lewis. Back to Crystal, over to Hayes. Underneath to Zimdars. Jumper's no good. Shea Fitzel comes away with the board. Haggard with the basketball. Back to Jarman. Back to Haggard. Thought about the three. We're going to get Jordan Lewis for the foul on the floor. It is his first, team foul number 1. Get it to Shea Fitzel. Working around to Cochran for a three-point shot. It's no good. Shelton comes away with it and heads down court. Working around to Hayes underneath to Jordan Lewis. Shot up, and it falls. There's 8 points in the ballgame. We go under 45 seconds in the quarter. Cochran with the basketball. The Haggard. 3-2 zone by Lebanon. Heron with the basketball, looks to drive. Shot up, no good. Shelton comes away with it. Coach Brown says one shot. Haggard knocks it out of bounds. Menifee and Weaver will check in for the final 21 seconds of the third quarter. Shelton triggered in by the Lebanon bench. Gets it in to Crystal. Over to Hayes. To Shelton. To Crystal. We go under 10 seconds to play in the quarter. To Hayes, to Crystal. Zimdar's underneath to Lewis. Shot is up and good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We played 3 quarters here at Boswell Auditorium. Lebanon leading Hillcrest 43-29.
When you're ready to protect yourself and your family from the unfriendly world, come on down to Friendly Firearms in Lebanon. We offer a large selection of concealed carry weapons, and we offer 60 and 90-day layaway terms for your convenience. Count on Friendly Firearms in Lebanon, and remember, we're always friendly at Friendly Firearms.
Look no further. Lindsay Auto Group is Mid-Missouri's premier source for new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. With over 700 vehicles in stock, we've got the right one for you. Since 1970, our success has come from building long-lasting relationships with completely satisfied customers. We make your car buying experience hassle-free, simple, and enjoyable. Lindsay Auto Group in Lebanon and St. Robert. Car buying the way it should be.
We get ready for fourth quarter of action. Lebanon up 43-29. And they'll get the basketball. Hayes, Crystal, Shelton, Zimdars, and Lewis on the floor. For the Yellow Jackets, it's Haggard, Heron, Cochran, Weaver, and Menifee on the floor for the Hillcrest Hornets as we start the fourth quarter. Hayes with the basketball down to Shelton. Gets it underneath to Dawson Zimdars. He couldn't handle it. That is only the third turnover in the ball game for Lebanon, the first here in the second half. Hillcrest has 7. Underneath, kick it back out to Haggard. Over to Menifee. To Haggard, he'll try the three-point shot and hits it. He has 20 points on the night, 4 3-pointers. Full court pressure by Hillcrest. Lewis with the basketball to Shelton or to Zimdars. Ball fake, shot up, no good. Lewis with the rebound, and he puts it in for 2. He has 12 points in the ball game. Stolen away by Lebanon. Shot up and good by Ethan Crystal. He has 9 in the ball game. And a full timeout by Hillcrest with 6:34 to play in the ball game. And they trail 47-32.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
It's always easy at Easy Pawn. It's easy to shop. Their spacious store and conveniently displayed merchandise make it easy to find what you need. It's easy to save. New and used items throughout the store make bargain hunting a breeze. It's easy to sell. Bring your valuable items to Easy Pawn and convert them into cash. And of course, it's easy to pawn. Your items will be safely stored until you pick them up. Family owned since 1998, Easy Pawn is easy to find at 490 South Jefferson in Lebanon.
Large lead tonight for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets at 15 with 6:34 to play in the contest. Hillcrest has 2 timeouts remaining. Lebanon has all of theirs remaining. Team fouls. Hillcrest with 4, Lebanon with 1. Aaron heads down court for the Hornets. Gets it to Haggard. Back to Heron. To Cochran. To Heron. To Weaver. To Heron. To Haggard. Heron with a 3-point shot, and he's fouled by Lewis and go to the line to shoot 3. Jordan Lewis picks up his second. Team foul number 2. And Malik Heron will go to the line to shoot 3. First one is good. That's his first point of the ball game. Second one is no good. So one more for the 5'11 sophomore. It's that one is 2 out of 3. Shea Fitzel and Jarman check in for Hillcrest. Crystal with the basketball. It's by Haggard. Keeps the dribble. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, misses again. Scramble forward, he comes away with it, gets it out to Hayes. Over to Shelton. To Crystal. Down in the corner to Crystal. Try to get it to Zimdars. I believe the foul's going to go on Menifee.
Hornets number 21, Brandon Menifee, that's his second personal. 15 foul.
That'll be his second,
Samson Cochran
15th
checking back in for
foul.
the Hornets.
Cochran will check back in for the Hornets. Get it into Crystal. Cochran knocks it away to still be 11 to basketball. 5:35 to play in the ball game. Shelton gets it in to Crystal. Over to Hayes. Back to Crystal. Underneath to Lewis. To Hayes. To Shelton. Dribbles. Missed dribble. And turnover number 4 for Lebanon. Poking down court is Hillcrest. Underneath the Menifee. Turnaround jumper is short. Scramble for it. Cochran comes away with it. We have a jump ball, and it'll stay Hillcrest basketball. Shea Fizzle will trigger it in underneath his own bucket. Lob into Menifee over to Jarman. Drives the baseline. Finds Weaver on the drive. Shot is blocked. No call. Shelton comes away with it. Over to Crystal. To Shelton. Underneath to Lewis. Zimdars through his hand, but Shelton was there to recover it. Hayes gets it back out to Crystal. To Lewis. To Shelton. Looks to drive. Shot up and good. And he has 11 points in the ball game, and 11 has 3 players in double figures in the ball game. And a 15-point lead, and Shelton picked up his 4th foul. Team foul number 3.
That is his 4th personal. 13 foul.
Bryson Crow will check in for Shelton. 4:16 to play in the ball game. Heron checking back in for Cochran for Hillcrest. Weaver gets it into Heron. Shea Fitzel. To Weaver. He'll try a 3-point shot. No good. Crystal chases it down. Over to Hayes. Kroll. Lewis to Crystal. Back to Lewis. Zimdars to Crystal. To Kroll. To Hayes. 11 to be impatient with a 15-point lead. Underneath to Zimdars. Shea Fizzle guarding him. And an offensive foul by Dawson Zimdars is his first. It'll be team foul number 4. Haggard will check in for Shea Fitzel. 3:20 to play in the ball game. Weaver heads down court. To Heron. Back to Haggard. To Weaver. Turnaround jumper. No good. Zimdars with the defensive board. Hands it off to Crystal. He comes down court. 3 minutes to play and a 15-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Zimdars. Back out to Crystal. To Crow. Working around to Hayes. Back to Crow. To Crystal. Underneath to Zimdars. Knocked away by Jarman. He'll pick up the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Team foul number 6. So 11 will be in the 1-1. We're in the bonus situation for the rest of the ball game with 2:45 to play. Crystal. Over to Hayes. Looks for help, finds it as Zimdars. Shot up and no good. Lewis with the rebound and puts it back in for 2, and he has 14 points in the contest. It's a 17-point lead. Weaver kicks it back out to Haggard. Blocked by Zimdars. Scramble forward, and Zimdar is able to chase it down. Over to Kroll. Stolen away by Weaver. He'll lay it in for 2. Hillcrest will call their final timeout with 1:54 to play in the ball game, and they trail by 15.
Why choose local? Because local companies stay rooted in their communities. They support other local businesses and provide jobs for your friends and neighbors. At Fidelity Communications, we take great pride in being a local company that's dedicated to the communities we serve. Jobs and opportunities for the people you love. That's why you choose local. Fidelity Communications. We're here, we're local. Be connected with Fidelity, your local internet, TV, and home phone provider.
When you're ready to protect yourself and your family from the unfriendly world, come on down to Friendly Firearms in Lebanon. We offer a large selection of concealed carry weapons, and we offer 60 and 90-day layaway terms for your convenience. Count on Friendly Firearms in Lebanon, and remember, we're always friendly at Friendly Firearms.
Lebanon gets across half court. Jarman picks up the foul. That'll be his 4th. And sends Shelton to the line for the 1-on-1. I might have said that was Hillcrest's last time out. They have 1 remaining. Hits the front end and get the bonus. He has 12 points in the ball game. They'll make it 13. First 2 free throws of the ball game. Haggard with the basketball. To Heron. He'll try a 3-pointer and is fouled by Jordan Lewis. That'll be his 3rd. And send Heron to the line again. That looked like a replay of a few minutes ago. Jordan Lewis fouled Heron. Gave him 3 free throws where he was 2 for 3. First one's up and no good. Those 2 made free throws are all the points that Heron has in the ballgame. Second one is good. Third one's no good. Sharon comes away with the board. Heron drives. Shot is no good, and Zimdar's fouled him. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Zimdar's his 2nd. 16 foul for Lebanon. Heron for 2. Misses the first one. 1:36 to play in the ball game. Both teams are in the bonus. Heron in the second one, and he hits that one. That's 4 points all from the free throw line. Hayes with the basketball. Over to Zimdars. Knocked away by Weaver to be Lebanon basketball. Shelton will trigger it in underneath his own bucket. And they'll have to call a timeout. A full timeout with 1:27 to play in the ball game. Lebanon leading 53-38.
Look no further. Lindsay Auto Group is Mid-Missouri's premier source for new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and vans. With over 700 vehicles in stock, we've got the right one for you. Since 1970, our success has come from building long-lasting relationships with completely satisfied customers. We make your car buying experience hassle-free, simple, and enjoyable. Lindsay Auto Group in Lebanon and St. Robert. Car buying the way it should be.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
1:27 to play in the contest. They get it in to Crystal. Over to Shelton. To Hayes. To Shelton. They look to run clock. Double team. Gets it over to Hayes to Crystal. Zimdars. To Shelton. To Crystal. To Brady Hayes. Under a minute to play in the ball game. Shelton to Zimdars. It looks like Lebanon will even their record at 10-10 and even the record in conference at 3-3. We go under 45 seconds to play. Shelton with the basketball. To Hayes. Underneath to Zimdars. Kicks it back out to Hayes to Shelton. Under 30 seconds to play. Lewis to Shelton. Shelton will stand out there, and they will let the last 10 seconds of this ball game run off the clock. And Lebanon will come away with a 53-38 victory over the Hillcrest Hornets. Even the record at 10-10, 3-3 in conference play. We come back. We'll have stats from the ball game. You've been watching Lebanon basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
It's always easy at Easy Pawn. It's easy to shop. Their spacious store and conveniently displayed merchandise make it easy to find what you need. It's easy to save. New and used items throughout the store make bargain hunting a breeze. It's easy to sell. Bring your valuable items to Easy Pawn and convert them into cash. And of course, it's easy to pawn. Your items will be safely stored until you pick them up. Family owned since 1998, Easy Pawn is easy to find at 490 South Jefferson in Lebanon.
Why choose local? Because local companies stay rooted in their communities. They support other local businesses and provide jobs for your friends and neighbors. At Fidelity Communications, we take great pride in being a local company that's dedicated to the communities we serve. Jobs and opportunities for the people you love. That's why you choose local. Fidelity Communications. We're here, we're local. Be connected with Fidelity, your local internet, TV, and home phone provider.
When you're ready to protect yourself and your family from the unfriendly world, come on down to Friendly Firearms in Lebanon. We offer a large selection of concealed carry weapons, and we offer 60 and 90-day layaway terms for your convenience. Count on Friendly Firearms in Lebanon, and remember, we're always friendly at Friendly Firearms.
Lebanon comes away with a 53-38 victory over the Hillcrest Hornets. Take a look at scoring in the ball game first for Hillcrest. The leading scorer in the ball game was Krishan Haggard with 20 points. Brandon Weaver had 8. Brendan Menifee and Malik Heron had 4. Samson Cochran had 3. Hillcrest had 8 turnovers in the ball game. They were 5 for 10 from the free throw line. They had 5 3-pointers, 4 of them by Krishan Haggard, 1 by Samson Cochran, as they will fall to 6-14 on the season, 1-4 in conference play. for the for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. The leading scorer in the ball game was Jordan Lewis with 14 points. Quentin Shelton had 13. Dawson Zimdars had 12. Ethan Crystal had 9, and Brady Hayes had 3. They had 5 turnovers in the ball game. They were 6 for 8 at the free throw line. They had 3 3-pointers, one each by Crystal, Hayes, and Shelton, as they improved their record to 10-10 on the year, 3-3 in conference play, and they'll be in action again on February 12th in Springfield to take on the Springfield Central Bulldogs. We'll see them in action again next Friday night, February 15th, when they take on the Parkview Vikings once again. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets have defeated the Hillcrest Hornets 53-38. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and thank you for watching Lebanon basketball on Fidelity Local 6.